I did want to ask specifically you and DGB a question real quick because 3 weeks ago, I came on here and you guys kind of laughed at me a little bit, and I said, hey, it was, we lost a couple games in a row. We looked pretty horrible, but we've looked horrible all year. Defense was holding us up, but it was after 2 losses, and I said, hey, guys, are you guys concerned about Pace or Nagy being on a hot seat? Do you guys think that there might be some conversations going on in the building about replacing these two? Porky, you came on here and you said, no, there's no hot seats. They're just waiting for Nick Foles to catch on fire. Right now, he's bored. This is what you said. You said Nick Foles is bored
I never said we're waiting for him to catch on fire.
I'm talking. Porky, you said Nick Foles is bored. You said he was waiting until his back is up against the wall. His back is against the wall, and then he will do what Nick Foles does and explode over everyone's face. You see the BDN reference there? Explode on everyone's face. You see that?
He doesn't get that anymore. He doesn't get that.
He doesn't get that anymore. No, he does not get that shit anymore.
So
Porky, I ask you, has your feelings changed? Because again, 3 weeks ago you said everything was okay as expected. How are you feeling right now after another 3 losses? Embarrassing most of the time on prime time. Again, most of our team looking boo-boo. Like boo-boo. How do you feel now?
The biggest thing that got cleared up for me was the fact that there is no hope for Mitch. I thought that he might have potential somewhere, I was like, you know what, maybe you sign him and keep him another year because nobody's going to want him, right? So you keep him as a backup and maybe he might flourish into something. Now his career is over. There is nothing left of anything anywhere. So that's finally solidified for me, So I'm like, okay, good. At least we know it's done and over with. Okay. Now the whole dynamics, I'm not for firing these people right away. I'm not. They all came into
people. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Well, there ain't no black people on the Bears, so so they came into a really crappy situation, and it was rough year initially going into it, and it was a bit of a transition, and Pace had he's had some really bad picks and some really good picks. So when we look at all of this, then there's aspects of signs there, right? We look at Trey Burton now looking kind of decent elsewhere, somewhat performing. Adam Shaheen is getting love in Miami for some reason. Leonard Fournette is okay, something's going on there. So when you look at all these things, there's something to whatever Pace was doing, but then, all right, that coaching staff now, right? And that is an area of concern. What exactly is going on there? I'm actually not. After deep thought, I thought, okay, maybe if Pace does go, then I'd be more inclined to see more of Nagy. But I'm actually more inclined to see Pace longer. And after Nagy, he let go of a lot of people. Harry Heasfand has been a phenomenal O-line coach throughout years, and he let him go, and now he picked up what seems to be a bunch of yes men and a whole bunch of additional fall guys. And I think I want to see more Pace and less of Nagy now.
Really? So you don't see him as a bundle package? So no. Really? So obviously he's built a good defense. Obviously, but obviously we see in today's NFL that is not enough. So you're happy with the offense that he's built over these you're happy with these type of decisions. And yeah, I'm not even talking about just the Mitch decision. I'm talking about just period.
Yeah, and so that's hard to say, I guess, because now looking at what Nagy did with Mitch when their team was healthy, it's like, okay, that it looked like we made it to the playoffs, and then with an unhealthy line now, and injuries and a whole lot of gaps, to me now it's really falling on Nagy. And I think what really set me over the edge was Nagy, once he handed over play calling, he seemed to throw everybody else under the bus. And to me, I'm like, yo, as the head coach, you don't do that, man. And I wanted to give you a clean start after you brought in all these new coaches that, I thought from the outside, he's like, okay, he's bringing in veterans now, right? Like Bill Lazor's an older guy. Maybe he's looking for kind of veterans because he felt like that young pressure. And now it just seems like he just wanted some yes men that wanted to get paid. And so it falls on the coaching for me. Because seeing that we made the playoffs with what we had, we didn't have any. I mean, Mitch made the Pro Bowl. Let that sink in. How did that happen?
He was an alternate.
Yeah.
For real.
Was he the alternate or something like that?
Probably
Also?
right. I think so.
He made it.
Yeah,
So.
exactly. So yeah,
He
you
was
can't take that
assistant
away
to the
from him.
Pro Bowl.
You cannot take that away from him. All right. Okay. So you're saying just Nagy's on a hot seat. DG, truth. I think you're on the same page. I'll ask you a different question, but DGB, same question to you. Do you feel different?
Okay, so what did I say 3 weeks ago?
You thought everything was roses. You said they were gonna make the Super Bowl and everything.
You thought everything was
no,
roses.
No, you said everything was
smelled like
cool,
doo-doo,
too.
that's for sure.
No, I think I was saying at that time that I was hoping, obviously, as we all were, that Nagy would give up the play calling, right? Because I was under the thought that he's a better leader than maybe he is an offensive caller, play caller. Maybe he can scheme some things up, but I don't know. Just something's obviously off, right? So I thought maybe the leader of kind of the team put some weight into that. But historically, when you look at things, when you have a GM on the hot seat and a coach at the same time, whether there's varying degrees of that or not, there usually is a package deal because a GM is going to want to come in and be able to pick his head coach. The Bears kind of hamstrung that last time when they brought in Pace and saddled him with Fox, as we all know, because he was kind of unproven and, all of that. But there were so many other talented candidates there that maybe wouldn't have adhered to that. So, it's something to think about there. But for me, both guys at this point, I don't even know now with losing the team as he has, like how much of that leadership that Nagy has, right? Play calling, I already kind of was knowing that he couldn't do it. But the Nagy thing, I don't know. There's just been too many inexcusable moves that, put him under a spotlight that is very bright and very hot. I mean, we're reminded of it pretty much every like Monday night game or Sunday night game where you've got Patrick Mahomes and you've got Deshaun Watson in a matchup and they, in a roundabout way sometimes or directly, make it about, missing on that draft pick. And the players that some of those turned into, Alvin Kamara was a third-round pick.
Oh, my goodness.
And then Fred Warner was a third-round pick the next season as well. And obviously that, you have to draft correctly and all of that. But that's the level of talent that was still out there that we missed out on by moving up one spot with a team that had no interest in the guy that we wanted. And that right there kind of, seals it. Pace has had some good hits here and there as well, so I'll give him that. But overall, man, it's just such a sour taste in the mouth that I don't know if you can come back from that.
So you're ready. Commit, DGB. Yeah. Commit, yes. He's ready. Yeah. He's out. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Say Nagy or Pace or both?
Both. Huh? Both. I think if you lose one or the other, I mean, obviously one or the other is going to be gone. But I think if you lose one or the other, you got to lose both. Pace, I don't think he deserves another shot at getting another head coach and another quarterback. And at the same time, Nagy, I just find it too hard to believe that you'll get a good GM to come in here and be like, okay, I'm going to go with this guy who's shown you what.
Exactly.
Exactly. Before you go on to truth, I was really in my thoughts of all of this, right? And I was right there. Let's get rid of them both. And I guess the biggest thing
you're going through it. You had a bottle of scotch right there.
Yeah,
you went through all the phases, bro.
It was hefty.
Cold sweats.
And then I remembered
sleepless nights.
I remembered the NFL draft coming to Chicago, and me and Professor, and we went. To see the second round. And who did we meet there? Who did we come across? Came across McCaskey himself. Remember that, Professor?
I do.
And
Fire.
most importantly, what I remembered about this moment was the
handshake?
soft handshake. Yes. And that as I got back in all my emotions, I realized this man that's making these decisions gave me a fish handshake.
No, he said this man is soft.
Mm.
Oh no.
Oh, hot take. Hot take.
Okay, but
He was instantly
what
identified.
you're saying is that's where the problem. If that's where the problem is, which I think we can all agree, because there's been a lot of years of bad choices, right? However, if that's what the problem is, and you know that's not going to move anywhere, you're inclined to keep either Nagy or not Nagy, right? Pace. You want to keep him because you know that the problem is above him, as opposed to maybe bringing in somebody else who might be more competent.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't trust that because who knows if they are going to be more competent, right? Like it's
Hey man,
we're
mediocrity
relying on
or
their hand.
bust is this motto that we're going with right now, and we're all aboard the mediocrity train. So it's like,
How worse?
I'd
can
rather
you get?
just swing
How
and miss
worse can you
again,
get?
I guess.
Like our offensive
the
ratings
Jets.
are as bad as the Jets right now. Like how bad can you get at this point? You know what I'm
See,
saying?
and
next step
I
down.
guess I'm just
One
like,
spot.
yeah, I guess I'm thinking
Literally.
that Pace is going to pull a Nagy and put in Foles like he did, like down the line if he gets re-signed. Like, listen, I got enough of you McCaskies. I mean, the owner, Virginia McCaskey. She's been around for how long? Like,
Oh my goodness.
she's seen football plenty.
Half a century or
They
more.
just got to be removed. Yeah, the game is so different. So we wonder why people in positions are the way they are. But it's like they're trying to do business from the 40s.
Get the old whites out of here. I'm sorry, DGB. I'm just kidding.